What if I told you? There's a place on Earth where people don't just live past 90. They often reach 100 and still climb mountains, farm their land, and dance under the stars. A place where the word retirement doesn't exist, because people never stop living. Doctors call it a biological miracle. Scientists call it a blue zone. But the locals, they just call it home. This is the island where people forget to die. Stay with me, because in this video, we're going to uncover the hidden lifestyle secrets of this mysterious island. Secrets that could add not just years to your life, but life to your years. Welcome to Ikaria, a small Greek island floating in the blue waters of the Aegean Sea. At first glance, Ikaria looks like any other Mediterranean island: stone houses, olive trees, and fishermen mending their nets by the shore. But look closer, and you'll notice something unusual. Here, people live longer than almost anywhere else in the world. In fact, 1 in 3 Ikarians lives past the age of 90, and not just surviving, but thriving. They don't spend their later years in hospitals or nursing homes. Instead, they are out in the fields, working in their gardens, walking the hills, and celebrating festivals with their families. The discovery shocked scientists. How could this tiny, poor island, with limited hospitals and modern healthcare, produce some of the world's healthiest, longest-living seniors? Researchers from Harvard, National Geographic, and medical schools around the world came here with one burning question: what's their secret? And what they found was not a miracle pill, not a medical breakthrough, but something far more powerful: a way of living. So what does a normal day look like on the island where people forget to die? Imagine this. The sun rises slowly over the Aegean Sea. An 85-year-old farmer wakes up, not to the noise of an alarm clock, but to the sound of goats bleating in the distance. He stretches, takes a deep breath of clean sea air, and walks outside to tend to his garden. Breakfast is simple, but powerful. A piece of homemade sourdough bread drizzled with olive oil. A cup of herbal tea made from wild sage, rosemary, or mint, plants that grow right outside his home. And maybe some goat's milk yogurt topped with local honey, no processed food, no sugary cereals, no rushing to the office. Life in Ikaria moves slowly. Meals are never eaten alone. Neighbors drop by unannounced, and there's always an extra chair at the table. Food here is not just about nutrition, it's about connection. Evenings are filled with conversation, laughter, and sometimes dancing. Festivals happen often, and everyone joins, even the seniors in their 90s. For Ikarians, age is not a number that defines limits. It's just another stage of life. And perhaps that's the real secret. In Ikaria, people don't fear aging. They embrace it. If there is one thing that stands out in Ikaria, it's the food. Here, diet isn't just about filling your stomach. It's a philosophy, a culture, a daily ritual. And it's one of the biggest reasons why Ikarians live so long. So what exactly do they eat? Let's start with the foundation: olive oil. Almost every meal is drenched in this golden liquid. But this isn't the processed oil you find on supermarket shelves. It's thick, rich, cold-pressed, and packed with heart-protecting compounds. Studies show olive oil can lower bad cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and protect the arteries. Then there are vegetables and greens, lots of them. Wild greens grow everywhere on the island, and people pick them fresh from their backyards or hillsides. Dandelion, purslane, fennel, spinach, you name it. These plants are bursting with antioxidants and minerals that keep cells young. Protein doesn't come from red meat. Instead, it comes from beans and lentils. Black-eyed peas, chickpeas, fava beans. Ikarians eat them almost daily. Packed with fiber and plant protein, they stabilize blood sugar and keep the digestive system healthy. And then there's goat's milk. Unlike cow's milk, goat's milk is easier to digest, naturally lower in lactose, and contains tryptophan, a compound that helps improve sleep and relaxation. Fish is eaten occasionally, usually grilled or cooked with herbs. Meat? Rarely, maybe once a week, and usually for festivals. Sweets? Yes, but homemade, using honey instead of refined sugar. And we can't forget the most iconic part, herbal teas. Made from sage, rosemary, mint, or chamomile, these teas aren't just comforting, they're medicine. Research shows they lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and reduce the risk of dementia. Here's the shocking part. Ikarians consume about 6 times more beans than Americans, and almost 70% less meat. Their diet is naturally low in processed food, sugar, and chemicals. And the result? Rates of heart disease are 50% lower than in the U.S. Cancer is rarer. Dementia is almost unheard of. Imagine this. While seniors in most countries line up at pharmacies, seniors in Ikaria line up at the market for fresh beans, olives, and herbs. This is not just a diet. It's a prescription for longevity written by nature itself. In most parts of the world, aging is often linked with loneliness. Seniors live alone, spend hours in front of the TV, and feel disconnected. But on the island of Ikaria, it's the opposite. Here, community is medicine. Neighbors are not just neighbors, they are extended family. If someone cooks a big meal, they share it with others. If a person is sick, the entire village checks in. And if someone has a birthday, the whole community celebrates together. Let me share a story. Researchers once followed a 95-year-old man in Ikaria. Every morning he would wake up, walk to the village square, and spend hours playing backgammon with friends. He wasn't just passing time, he was sharpening his mind, laughing, and keeping stress away. Science now proves what Ikarians have known for centuries. Strong social bonds extend life. People with close connections have lower stress hormones. Their immune systems are stronger. Their risk of depression drops dramatically. And they're more likely to stay active because they do things together. In Ikaria, nobody is retired. Instead of being pushed aside, elders are respected. They play an active role in guiding the younger generation, passing down traditions, and staying involved. There's even a saying on the island. You don't stop dancing when you get old. You get old when you stop dancing, and they mean it literally. Night festivals called Panegyria are legendary. People gather to eat, sing, drink homemade wine, and dance until sunrise. Imagine 80-year-olds and 20-year-olds dancing side by side. That sense of joy and belonging keeps the spirit alive. Compare this to much of the modern world, where seniors are isolated, often placed in nursing homes and left to battle loneliness. Research shows that loneliness is as harmful to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But in Ikaria, loneliness is almost non-existent. This isn't just about fun, it's about survival. Community connection lowers stress, improves heart health, and literally rewires the brain to live longer. So maybe the real secret isn't just what they eat, but the fact that they never eat alone. Here's something surprising. People on this island don't exercise the way we think of it. There are no gyms, no treadmills, no heavy workout plans. In fact, if you asked an Ikarian elder about exercise, they might laugh and say, "Why would I run on a machine when life itself keeps me moving?" Their secret is natural movement woven into daily life. Every day, men and women walk up and down steep hills, tending their gardens, feeding animals, or visiting neighbors. The island is mountainous, so just walking home means climbing hills and strengthening the heart. Gardening itself is a hidden workout. Pulling weeds, planting vegetables, carrying water, it keeps the body flexible, the muscles active, and the joints moving. And unlike lifting weights in a gym, gardening comes with the reward of fresh, Organic food at the end. One 90-year-old woman was asked about her exercise routine. She smiled and said, "I don't exercise. I walk to my friend's house, I dance at weddings, I cook for my family. That's enough." And science agrees. Regular, low-intensity movement throughout the day is more powerful than sitting all day and then doing 1 hour of intense gym training. This lifestyle explains why Ikarians have lower rates of obesity, stronger bones and joints even in their 80s and 90s, a reduced risk of diabetes and heart disease. And here's something else. They avoid long periods of sitting. Instead of hours in front of a screen, their days are filled with purposeful movement. Even their leisure activities involve activity, whether it's walking to the village square, gathering herbs from the hillside, or dancing late into the night. This constant, joyful movement keeps their metabolism high, their hearts strong, and their minds sharp. So, what's the lesson for us? Maybe living longer isn't about punishing workouts or strict routines. Maybe it's about making movement a natural part of life. Gardening, walking, cooking, dancing. Things that bring both joy and health. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this island. Blue seas stretching as far as the eye can see. Fresh breezes carrying the scent of herbs, rosemary, thyme, oregano, growing wild on the hillsides. Birds singing, waves crashing gently, sunlight warming your skin. For the people of Ikaria, this is not a vacation. It's everyday life. And here's the secret. Their environment itself is medicine. Sunshine and vitamin D. Ikarians spend plenty of time outdoors, working in the fields, walking through the hills, or sitting with neighbors in the village square. This daily sunlight boosts vitamin D levels, which strengthen bones, improve mood, and support the immune system. That's why fractures, depression, and chronic fatigue are far less common here than in countries where seniors stay indoors. Pure air and clean water. Unlike polluted cities, Ikaria's air is crisp and clean. Fresh oxygen keeps lungs healthy, lowers stress, and improves sleep. Their water comes from natural springs flowing through mineral-rich rocks, offering hydration that is pure and healing. Connection with nature. Science has proven that spending time in nature reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, lowers blood pressure, and even improves memory. Ikarians don't need a science lab to prove this. They live it daily. Walking barefoot on grass, smelling fresh herbs, feeling the ocean breeze, it all calms the mind and energizes the body. Slower pace of life. Here's something modern society has forgotten: slowing down. On Ikaria, there are no traffic jams, no constant phone alerts, no obsession with being busy. People take their time. Meals last for hours. Conversations stretch into the night. Afternoon naps are normal, not a luxury. This slow rhythm protects them from the silent killer of modern life: chronic stress. While stress raises blood pressure, weakens immunity, and shortens lifespan, Ikarians enjoy peace, laughter, and calm daily. Researchers believe this low-stress lifestyle is one of the biggest reasons why people here live not only longer, but healthier lives. Think about it. How many of us live in a rush? Glued to screens, breathing polluted air, eating in a hurry, sleeping poorly. Now imagine the opposite: fresh air, pure water, sunshine, and time to rest. That's Ikaria. That's why people here forget to die. If you really want to understand the magic of Ikaria, don't just visit in the day. Stay until the sun sets, because that's when the island truly comes alive. The sound of violins, drums, and laughter fills the air. Villagers gather in the square. Tables overflow with bread, cheese, wine, and home-cooked meals. And soon everyone, from little children to 90-year-olds, joins hands in a circle, dancing together under the stars. This isn't just entertainment. It's medicine for the soul. The Panigiri tradition. On Ikaria, the Panigiri festivals are legendary. These all-night celebrations held in honor of saints and community events can last for 10-12 hours straight. People eat, sing, laugh, and dance until sunrise. Imagine 80-year-old grandmothers and 90-year-old grandfathers dancing with the energy of teenagers. This joy, this togetherness, creates a sense of belonging, and loneliness simply cannot survive here. Laughter as therapy. Science shows that laughter reduces stress hormones, strengthens immunity, and even improves heart health. Icarians don't need a prescription for happiness. Their daily dose of joy comes naturally through community festivals. Dance as exercise. Dancing isn't just fun. It's a full-body workout. It improves balance, keeps joints flexible, strengthens the heart, and burns calories. But unlike going to a gym, Icarians never see it as exercise. They just dance because it makes them happy. Music for the spirit. Music in Ikaria isn't background noise, it's life itself. Traditional songs tell stories of love, struggle, and celebration. Singing and dancing together bonds the community, lowers stress, and keeps the mind sharp. Researchers studying Ikaria believe these festivals are one of the biggest secrets to their longevity. Why? Because joy, laughter, and movement are as important for health as diet or medicine. A life filled with joy. In modern cities, seniors are often isolated, sitting alone in apartments, watching TV, feeling forgotten. But in Ikaria, seniors are at the center of every celebration. They are respected, cherished, and included in every dance. Here's the real lesson. Longevity is not just about living long. It's about living with joy. And Icarians have mastered that art. We've traveled through the hills, sat with the elders, shared their wine, and danced under their stars. But now comes the most important part. What can the rest of the world learn from Ikaria? Because the truth is, you don't have to live on this island to enjoy its secrets. You can bring Ikaria into your own life, no matter where you live. Slow down your life. In cities, everything is fast. Fast food, fast work, fast stress. In Ikaria, life is the opposite. Meals are slow, conversations are unhurried, and people wake up with the sun, not with an alarm clock. Studies show people who rush constantly have higher stress, heart disease, and shorter lifespans. The Icarian way teaches us, slow down, breathe, and live at your body's natural rhythm. Eat like your ancestors. No ultra-processed snacks. No fast food chains. Icarians eat simple traditional food, vegetables, beans, herbs, olive oil, goat milk, fish, and occasional meat. Their diet is almost identical to what their grandparents and great-grandparents ate. The lesson? Don't chase superfoods. Instead, eat whole, fresh, and local. Because the healthiest food is often the simplest. Move without realizing it. No gyms. No treadmills. But Icarians walk every day, climb hills, farm gardens, chop wood, carry groceries. Exercise isn't a separate activity. It's woven into life. The message, don't sit for hours. Make movement a natural part of your daily routine. Community is medicine. In many countries, loneliness is now called an epidemic. But in Ikaria, isolation doesn't exist. Neighbors check on each other. Families eat together. Festivals unite everyone. And the science is clear. Strong social connections add years to your life. So, pick up the phone, visit a friend, share meals, join a group. Because love and laughter are as important as vitamins. Find purpose. After 60. In modern culture, retirement often means stop working, slow down, and wait. In Ikaria, retirement doesn't exist. Seniors still garden, cook, care for grandchildren, and pass down wisdom. They have purpose. And purpose is what keeps the brain sharp and the heart strong. Celebrate life. Often, Ikarians don't wait for a holiday to celebrate. They celebrate life itself. Festivals, dancing, storytelling, wine, and music are part of everyday living. And here's the truth. Joy is not optional. It's fuel for a long, meaningful life. So what's the secret? The people of Ikaria don't just live long, they live well. They don't fear aging, they embrace it. If you want to bring Ikaria into your life, start small. So my friends, after hearing the story of Ikaria, the island where people forget to die, I want you to pause for a moment and imagine something. Imagine yourself at 80, 90, maybe even 100 years old, not lying in a hospital bed, not chained to 10 different pill bottles, but walking, laughing, sharing stories with your family, dancing, and living fully. That's the gift Ikaria shows us. It's not about chasing immortality. It's about living so well, so joyfully that time itself forgets about you. Now I'd love to hear from you. What lesson from Ikaria touched your heart the most? Was it their food? Their sleep? Their community? Or maybe their attitude towards aging? Comment below. I read every single one. And if this story gave you hope, inspiration, or even just a smile, please like this video so more people can discover the wisdom of Ikaria. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because in the coming weeks I'll share more powerful secrets from the world's healthiest places. Places where science and tradition meet, and where the map to a longer, happier life is already drawn. Until then, remember, your best medicine isn't in a bottle. It's in your food, your friends, your purpose, and the joy you choose every day. This is Golden Life Health, and I'll see you in the next video.